Today we're going to be talking about Virgin Galactic SPCE stock and why I think this stock will be worth $1,000 per share in the next 5 to 10 year time frame. Hey guys, welcome back to Sky Talks Trading. My name is Sky and I am on a quest to invest. So let's talk about SPCE stock. Spaceship tourism pioneer Virgin Galactic Holdings squeezed to near all-time highs after the very successful space flight with Richard Branson. And this paves the way for consumer passenger space tourism. There was a time when SPCE was trading more as a meme stock, but it kind of lost momentum. But now I feel like it's really trading on actual fundamentals and the future of the stock. There has been, a fair bit of controversy as to whether the 53 miles above Earth flight was truly considered space, as the Kármán line is technically 62 miles above the planet, which is considered space by an international aeronautics body. However, NASA and the US consider anyone who has flown above 50 miles Earth as an astronaut, so they settled that. There's also, a lot of talk about Blue Origin. Blue Origin will beat Virgin Galactic and take over. As you probably know, Blue Origin had their space flight yesterday. I watched it live. Jeff Bezos and his brother and an 82-year-old woman and an 18-year-old kid. This is my take on it. I don't think Blue Origin has a future as a space tourism company. I think that most of potential customers will prefer cheaper and safer flights to get longer joy and safely return back home. Watching the Blue Origin, it was a bit rough and ready, I would say. It's a completely different experience from VG. It was like go to space, like our original astronauts launched and then parachute back down to the desert in a capsule. They didn't have nearly any onboard cameras, experience recording. Virgin Galactic seems much more luxurious. You fly a plane into space on a nice cushioning recliners, you float around, and then come back on an airport runway, and it's cheaper. Blue Origin is more kind of a nostalgic astronaut launch like you would see in the movies, and definitely there's going to be some people that appeals to, whereas VG is luxury space tourism. And I think millionaires, they kind of prefer luxury. So on July 11th, Virgin Galactic completed a historic feat by sending its founder, Sir Richard Branson, to lower space. The company is now closer than ever to commercial operation, giving investors an unprecedented opportunity to bet on the up-and-coming space tourism industry. The stock's recent sell-off looks like a temporary blip on its long-term trajectory. According to analysts at UBS, the space industry could grow from $400 billion to $805 billion by 2030. Virgin Galactic's successful test flight is a proof of concept for both of these opportunities because they involve transporting humans into near space. It's not deep space, it's near space. I think going to deep space would be a little too scary for most people, but despite the good news, shares did fall 34% since the flight because Virgin Galactic also issued $500 worth of additional stock after the announcement. The sell-off might be overdone because although capital raises dilute existing shareholders, they also give the company a much-needed runway to scale up its operations, which will involve building a lot of spaceships, according to Branson. Virgin Galactic reported cash and equivalents of $617 million in the first quarter, compared to an operating loss of $81 million in the period. Management has been tight-lipped about when it plans to transport paying customers to space, but the company boasts 600 future astronaut reservations. 600 is quite a lot, to be honest. So that suggests it could experience healthy demand when its space tourism service becomes available. Beginning next year, Virgin Galactic will start working through its backlog of 600 space tickets already sold, sending tourists to space, and then move on to explore how much larger this market might get. In that regard, consulting company Capgemini estimates that there are 20 million plus millionaires in the world, of whom roughly 1/3 live in the US. How many of those would want to go to space? I mean, they can definitely afford it. That's not an issue. So just in case I didn't make it clear that the kind of more technical differences between Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin uses a conventional rocket and space capsule that launches and lands vertically. So it is quicker than Virgin Galactic's vehicle to reach the edge of space, and the entire flight is 11 10 minutes. Virgin Galactic employs an aircraft to lift its 6-seat spaceplane aloft before releasing it, firing a rocket to take it higher. The spaceplane then glides back unpowered to the ground, with the whole trip taking 90 minutes. So one more test flight is scheduled. That's the 4th test flight before moving into commercial service. So that will be a big catalyst. Branson's flight was the 3rd test flight. During the May 10th, 2021 Q1 2021 earnings conference call, Virgin CEO Mike Colgazier summed it up. As we progress towards commercialization, we plan to create a comprehensive multi-day consumer journey on the shoulder of our 90 minutes spaceflight experience. Our goal is to ensure that the memory of the spaceflight lasts the lifetime. We believe our experience and approach will be distinct in the marketplace. We're also developing our customer brand architecture and marketing strategy. We intend to leverage the unique strengths of the Virgin brand to create a bespoke experience. In the same conference call, CFO Doug Ahern revealed sales plans. We currently expect to have a sales funnel open for a limited period of time and plan to add a finite number of incremental members to our private astronaut community. Yeah, that makes it way better. Millionaires love secret societies. If they could make it into a secret society with like a secret handshake, some like rituals. With this approach, we'll look to build an appropriate backlog relative to the pace of our overall fleet expansion. Our goal is to address some of the consumer demand for our service while maintaining appealing price point for the experience and an appropriate time horizon for flight for our private astronauts. We have not yet released updated pricing for our private astronaut market, he elaborated. We have, however, established current pricing for microgravity research and private astronaut training markets. As we've previously discussed, we have a flight planned in partnership with the Italian Air Force that will demonstrate our capabilities for these markets. We expect this flight to generate $2 million of revenue, or the equivalent of $500,000 per seat. Another thing to keep in mind when it comes to the competition between Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic, generally people hate Jeff Bezos. Anyone who I asked yesterday, hey, are you gonna watch the Blue Origin launch live? They all pretty much had the same reaction, like, no, I hate Jeff Bezos, he's the worst. And I don't really feel like people feel that way about Richard Branson, so I think that will kind of impact. Although billionaires don't care. I bet billionaires don't hate Jeff Bezos, or millionaires. I don't know. I need to talk to some millionaires, see how they feel about things, get inside their minds. Or I could just become a millionaire. Food for thought. So guys, that's my take on SPCE stock. I'm very bullish on it. I think it's a great time to get in. There's a lot of catalysts coming up. But as always, I want to hear your opinions down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And until next time, have a great day.